And a very good morning to you. This is the Talk of the Town. My guest this morning is Dr. Hemakumara Nanayakkara from that wonderful family where the Mahagedera is a haven of strong democracy. But still, Dr. Hemakumara Nanayakkara is the senior leader of the Maubima Janata Party, and he also knows a thing or two about agriculture. Good morning to you, Dr. Hemakumara.
Good morning.
Now then, this drought going on. Parts of the country have got no water. The farmers are up in arms. The electricity people say, look, if you give them the water, then you're going to have power cuts. Then, of course, they come with that age-old story. We need to buy emergency power. God knows if that's all true because, they've been using emergency power for 27 years and they could have sorted that out.
Right.
Still, talk about the drought. I mean, I'm told that 42% of the crop's going to be affected. So what do we do about this drought, Dr. Hemakumara?
Now, this drought is a byproduct of El Nino action, which is a phenomenon which comes once in 2 years, 3 years, or 6 years. But we should have known the predictions would have come well in advance for the government to act on this. Now, countries like India, they are not going to export any more grains, and some other food items they have completely stopped exportation.
Because
they have to feed their own people, countrymen.
Right.
And here, I don't know whether we took any actions of that sort. And we should have had a big food drive and the food reserves in right volumes well in advance. We were not prepared. There's a organization called Monitoring Committee of the drought. They publish a bulletin also. That is Agricultural Drought Monitoring Committee. And they get the multi-source satellite data to monitor this. I'm sure they would have given the information to the people, the high-ups or the rulers. I don't know whether the rulers didn't do anything or the monitoring committee didn't give the information. I don't know what has really happened. And UN Food Security Monitoring Committee has said 900,000 people in Sri Lanka will face food insecurity if this continues like this. So immediately, wherever we get rains or wherever we have groundwater, we must start a big grow more campaign and have food reserves. Not only for this year, even for the next year.
But the government seemed to be almost blasé about this. We have a vast land bank that is controlled by the government, and Sri Lanka is steeped in bureaucracy. The RPCs, the regional plantation companies, I know they have leases, but I think they're like 33 years leases given some time ago. And so the incentive isn't really there for them to grow. Unless, of course, they get longer leases so that it makes financial sense for these companies.
Yeah, the leases could be. I also believe the leases should be extended. But the thing is, most of the companies have not paid their lease rents to the government. And government is not taking any action. I really can't understand why this government is in need of money. Some companies have not paid their lease rent to the government. And they don't go for replantation programs. They just rip off whatever the profits. I'm not leveling this accusation against all the companies. I'm talking about some companies.
Yes, of course, yeah. Well, it seems to be a perennial problem with this collection because, we have all sorts of jolly taxes.
Right.
But we had an official from the Inland Revenue who told us that after the giveaway, reduction taxes under President Gotabaya, they had 1.5 million files and it came down to 450,000.
That's right.
So I don't know if, countries, cash-rich countries like Saudi Arabia and the Gulf countries, whether even they can do this sort of thing.
True, they can do this.
So basically, what are you saying? The solution to this drought effect is what?
Wherever the rains are experiencing, wherever the groundwater is available, I think we should go pell-mell in cultivation and animal production. If we don't do this, there'll be hunger in the country If we don't produce, we'll have to perish.
Produce or perish.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good slogan.
Yeah.
Dr. Hemakumara Nanayakkara, it's been wonderful talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And that's the way it was on Talk of the Town this morning. It's now back to the studio with Domina Sanka. Thank you.